Please rise if you are able. If you are able, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Welcome, graduates, family, friends, and honored guests to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Vivek Goel, and it is my honor to serve as President and Vice Chancellor and to preside over today's ceremony where we celebrate our graduates and their accomplishments. To our graduates, today we recognize your hard work, dedication, and accomplishments. You will cross the stage today having gained more than the lessons learned in the classroom or lab. You have built relationships and made positive contributions to the university and our surrounding community. I see many family members, friends, and supporters of our graduates here in the audience. You should also be recognized for your important roles in supporting our graduates throughout their academic journey. Graduates, let's give a hand for your supporters. I also want to acknowledge that our world has faced some big challenges over the last few years. Global issues continue to affect our community in different ways and have played a part in shaping your experiences here. Through it all, you demonstrated resilience and perseverance. These attributes will serve you well as you enter the next phase of your lives. Today's celebration is based on tradition. The Haudenosaunee peoples also have a rich and vibrant culture that embraces knowledge sharing. As such, it is important to reflect and acknowledge that the University of Waterloo's campuses in Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge are situated on the Haldimand Tract, land 6 miles on each side of the Grand River, granted to the Haudenosaunee of 6 nations. The land inside and surrounding the Haldimand Tract, including our Stratford campus, is the traditional territory of the Attawandaron, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee. I also acknowledge and recognize this area is now home to many diverse First Nation, Inuit, and Métis groups. As part of today's ceremony, a number of Indigenous components play a prominent role. Their inclusion reflects our commitment to truth and reconciliation. Our Eagle staff led our procession today ahead of our mace. The mace is a traditional symbol of European origins, while the Eagle staff reflects the wisdom, strength, and honor of those that carry it in representation of nations across Turtle Island. The Chancellor and I are also proud to wear Indigenous beading on our regalia and are grateful to Marilyn Sutherland, a Cree master beader from Kitchener, for her work in adorning our robes. We will start this ceremony with a special Indigenous opening. It is my privilege to welcome the Cedar Hill Singers and Mayangan Henry, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper. As they make their way to the podium, I would like to extend a special thank you. Elder Henry provides a special Indigenous opening and closing to all of our ceremonies. His words serve an important role in the reconciliation process, and I've seen the impact they have on our graduates, our guests, and our university. Elder Henry. Awesome. Miigwech. 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 I don't know how that made you feel, but the drum, it's a natural rhythm that comes from the earth. And if you ever get a chance to be close to the earth, you will feel a heartbeat that comes from the earth. And that's our mother. She's providing us with food, with medicine, with water. And the drum, it reminds us of that heartbeat, because without that heartbeat, we wouldn't be alive. And so we thank Cedar Hill. We thank those that bring that message to us to remind us of us as the human beings have to be more respectful to the earth that we live on. The women that sing behind that drum, well, they were very smart and said one time that the men were not doing their responsibilities. And so the women reached out and they brought the big drum to the men. And now the men are working in perfect harmony when they sit at that drum. The louder beats that you heard are the honor beats that represent so much about the power of this earth that we have. And so that drum is so important to all of us. It gives us that real good connection. The Eagle staff that Gladwin brought in, he cared for this country. He was cared enough to join an army that at one time fought against him. But in a new time, a new era, he decided it was time for him to protect what we have. And to be able to do that, we had to go through some turbulent years in the Indigenous community. We've experienced hardship during the time of colonization, wanting to get the resources and to carry through with eliminating the original people of this land. We were subject to residential schools that you're aware of. Murdered and missing women still taking place today, and children in high levels in child welfare. But previous to that, we weren't even able to join you at a successful opportunity to share a ceremony with you. We weren't able to get a lawyer. We weren't able to congregate in groups of 3 in urban settings. We weren't able to join the armed forces. I think something changed in society. Kind of like if you ever think of the wolves that live in this part of the world. The settlers were scared of the wolves. They were scared of Native people. But after a while, they realized that there was an importance of the wolf and there's importance of Native people. So in the early 50s, things changed and we started moving toward more equalization. They say that there were 60 million Indigenous people at the time of Columbus landing on these shores. And by the mid-1700s, we were down to 500,000. So during this time of understanding, it's schools like the University of Waterloo who took on the responsibility to change that direction and respect Indigenous people. So I send my full respects to the leadership of this university for taking on truth and reconciliation in the way that it does. And so today we're here on stage with you. We're going to watch you cross the stage, we're going to celebrate with you, and we're going to be happy with you together, because it wasn't very long when we weren't recognized to be here, and today we are. So if you're an Indigenous student out there today, or you have a grandmother, grandfather, or somebody from an Indigenous community, be proud. Let us know. Stand up and be strong. So we'll see you as you cross the stage. Miigwech, everybody.
Thank you, Elder Henry, and thank you to our Cedar Hill singers for gracing the ceremony today. Good evening. Okay, wow. Good evening. There we go. Can we, faculty, families, friends, can we all give a big round of applause to the graduating class of 2026? Congratulations. You have a lot of fans here tonight, and I'm sure a lot more watching online. I'm Jagdeep Singh Bachair, your Chancellor, and I'm so honored to help you celebrate one of life's great milestones. My allegiance to this university goes back more than 30 years. Here's where my mind opened, and I began to believe anything was possible. And I wish the same for all of you. This is the most exciting, depending on your perspective, unsettling time to be alive since anyone in this room was born. Look, I don't say that lightly. I've spent more than 12 years as the University of California's Chief Investment Officer, managing nearly $250 billion US. My job is to figure out where the world is heading and then betting big on that direction. And so much as I learn of that exciting innovation that is fueling this new era traces to places like Waterloo. So what I want to share with you are 3 principles I believe are the most powerful tools that you can carry out of this great university. Stay curious, think big, and take risks. I'll start with curiosity. Recently, about a month ago, I moderated a panel with 3 Nobel laureates, including Dr. Donna Strickland, our Waterloo's own. She said something that I haven't stopped thinking about. She said that the AI tools of the future, they are incredibly good at giving us answers, but they can't do something essential. They can't tell us what questions to ask. They can't teach curiosity. Think about that. In a world that is flooded with information, the most valuable thing that you can possess is the ability to ask good questions. Every breakthrough starts that way. Someone looks around and says, why? Or what if? Or simply, can? Or should we do this? I've lived this. My family emigrated to Canada from Nigeria when I was 15. At the consulate in Lagos, my father, who's sitting in the audience right there, asked an immigration officer where we should go. His son needed an engineering school, and his daughter a medical school. The officer said one word: Waterloo. A few months later, my dad and mom, both here, and my sister and I, the 4 of us, landed in Canada. And 2 days after that, I started studying mechanical engineering. I was 15 years old with no idea what was ahead of me. But I was curious, and that curiosity has carried me farther than any of the 3 degrees that I hold from this university. Look, a lot of great things start with one question. By being curious enough to ask, and then patient enough to chase the answer. And here's the thing about curiosity. It's almost always sparked by human connection. Our AI agents aren't going to inspire us. People are. Places are. Life is. So stay open. Stay in learning mode. Now that may sound strange to people, all of you, who just spent years in school. But here's what I mean. Don't let today be the day that you stop being a student. Nurture and grow the curiosity you were born with. Walk out of here with your eyes open and your sense of wonder alive. Something could inspire you tomorrow, and it could become the passion of your life if you let it in. Now I want to talk about thinking big. Once you've asked the right question, you need both the courage and the confidence to imagine a big answer. I thought I was going to be an aeronautical engineer. I loved planes, I still do, and I'm mesmerized by them. But the situation on the ground changed, so I pivoted. None of that happened because I played it safe. It happened because at every turning point, I gave myself permission to think bigger than what felt comfortable. Think about the world you're entering. When Google launched, the idea of organizing all the information, all the world's information, felt impossible. Now multiply that by 1 billion, and that's where we are today. So please, don't shrink your ambitions or your audacious goals to match someone else's expectations, or because you're afraid of change. You notice I said, please. I'm Canadian too. We can still be nice. We should always be kind and grateful. And remember, the world doesn't need more people who simply fit in. It needs people who reshape what's possible. That's us. That's you, the class of 2026. Which leads me to risk-taking. Now here's the part nobody tells you at graduation. I guess I'm telling you. Curiosity without action is just daydreaming. Big thinking without execution is just a whiteboard. At some point, you must leap. My parents are lifelong teachers with an undying belief that the greatest gift they could give their children was a good education. When we boarded that plane to Canada, they didn't have a detailed plan. What they had was confidence that that leap, that willingness to act before they had all the answers, even when they felt pangs of fear, changed the course of our family's life. You will face those moments like that, where the safe choice and the right choice are not the same thing. My advice, take the road less traveled. Start the company, join the startup, publish the novel, move to the city where you don't know anyone. Raise your hand for the project that scares you. Say yes before you feel ready. Because if you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. And the world may well pass you by. That's a risk too. When you fail, and you will, because everyone who takes real risks does. Get back up. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the cost of admission. Stay curious, think big, and take risks. That's the formula. That's the model. That's the idea. That's what Waterloo taught you whether you realized it or not. And that's what the world needs from you. Not someday, right now, especially now. Network with the members of the Waterloo community. Use this priceless, lifelong connection and be useful right back. Look, this may all sound important, but let me tell you what I think is even more important. Don't forget the people who helped get you here. Your parents, your grandparents, siblings, mentors, friends, partners. They have propped you up when you didn't see the shoulders on which you rested. Please, thank them. Hug them. Take photographs today. Celebrate them. They've earned this as much as you have today. Graduates, you're ready. You have what it takes. You're stepping into a world of extraordinary complexity, but I believe extraordinary possibilities. This is the most exciting time to be alive. And you, the class of 2026, from right here, from Waterloo, are exactly the people the world needs. So stay curious, think big, take risks. Congratulations, you make us so proud. Thank you very much. Hopefully that was okay, Mom. It is my pleasure to welcome Alexi Chuyap, Dean of Arts, to the podium.
Thank you, Chancellor. Good evening, everybody. My name is Alexi Chuyap, and I'm honored to serve as Dean of the Faculty of Arts. Today is a day of shared pride and celebration for you, for your families and friends, and for all of us who have supported you along the way. As graduates at the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral levels, you are marking a significant milestone. Each of you has followed a unique path, and we are deeply grateful that part of that journey happened here at Waterloo and in the Faculty of Arts. You have done hard things. You have faced challenges, academic, personal, and practical, and you persevered. Your presence here today is a testament to your resilience and your success. Your experiences in classrooms, labs, studios, co-op jobs, and fieldwork have engaged your mind, your creativity, and your sense of purpose. They have helped shape who you are becoming as scholars, professionals, and thoughtful participants in a very complex world. And it is a complex world, uncertain, fast-changing, and often unpredictable. It is natural to feel some uncertainty as you move forward. However, uncertainty is also where new and amazing possibilities begin. Your education in the Faculty of Arts has prepared you to ask thoughtful questions, consider multiple perspectives, and to respond with insight and adaptability. These qualities matter, perhaps now more than ever. So, as you move forward, I hope you carry with you confidence, not only in what you know, but in how you think, how you listen, and in your capacity to keep learning. You already know how to do hard things. So, on behalf of the Faculty of Arts, I congratulate you. We are proud of you, and we look forward to all that you will achieve. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice Chancellor, I now request that you confer the degrees upon the graduates of the Faculty of Arts.
Would the members of the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Heartiest congratulations. Please be seated.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's now my pleasure to welcome your class valedictorian, Mahmoud Haloum, to the podium to address our graduating class. Mahmoud.
How's everybody doing? Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, faculty, staff, friends and family, and my fellow graduates, it is an absolute honor to stand before all of you today as we celebrate one of the most memorable days of our lives. A day we're actually sharing with over 250,000 graduates across Canada this year alone. But with that, I ask you, what makes us different? What do you believe is the single most unique thing about the Waterloo graduate? At first, I thought maybe it was the co-op, maybe the late study nights. Then I thought, no, it's probably how I look 30 years older than my walk card. But then I kind of gave up and decided it's probably just the geese. But as I look back, I thought about that first night I spent in Waterloo. After a whole term spent online because of COVID, I had finally gotten the chance to fly across the world and start my first term in person. But by the time I got to V1, I was so tired that I just threw my bags across the floor and went straight to bed. But as I put my head down, I just couldn't sleep. All I heard was silence. And it was so unusual because I had grown up my entire life sleeping to the sound of my dad snoring. He was loud. He'd be sleeping on the first floor of the house, and I could hear him from the second. But it became my white noise, and I just couldn't sleep without it. So I got up immediately, and I went to the nearest Walmart. And right at the entrance, as I walked in, I saw this tall, beautiful black fan with 3 spin settings on sale for $20. And I bought it, and I placed it in the corner of my room, also I can hear the sound of the fan spinning as I slept. And it helped. Time flew. We all felt it. Your first year went by in a heartbeat. We managed to get through our exams. You made friends you keep close to this day. And your first co-op term had been coming up. And after countless interviews and rejections after rejection after rejection, one employer finally noticed you and gave you the chance to start your career. And so off we went. Every 4 months, I'd pack up all my things into my car and move to a new city for a new co-op term. The cities changed, the jobs changed, but every single time, the same boxes came with me, packed and unpacked again through every move, and that fan kept spinning in the corner of my room. It is exactly this constant change every 8 months that I believe is the single most unique thing about the Waterloo story. The story of all of you working late nights at some global firm and then coming back to school just a term later to learn how to be a student again. You have gotten good at leaving and even better at starting over. But today is different. It's always right before you leave that you begin to get nostalgic again. The years of memories begin to flow back. Being around your friends, studying so late until you had the whole staff lounge to yourselves, arguing with Rachel over how a slide deck looks, and going over to the Steve's water fountain next to Steve's class. Sorry, maybe that was just me. I don't know. It was like amazing. The cold there, the water was super cold. Anyway, sorry. I couldn't believe I was so close to graduating. After so many years, starting the next chapter of my life, it was this huge moment, and I was scared. And so there I was, 4 years later, after our grad ball, still traumatized by our 391 exam, getting ready to leave Waterloo for the very last time. As I packed all my stuff, I came to this sudden realization that my whole life can fit in a Mazda CX-5. My kitchen, my clothes, my air fryer, even my desk chair, all but one thing. My $20 fan with 3 spin settings. I was in such a rush that I picked it up and tried to stuff it in the back of my car. And I pushed and pushed so hard until it completely snapped. I remember staring at the broken fan like it was its fault. I was devastated. It kind of sucked, but it was just a fan. So as I walked towards the bin to throw it out, for some reason I felt this genuinely really heavy feeling on my chest. And I couldn't help but think to myself, how could you? You've seen every assignment I've ever submitted just before 11:59. Every rejection email I've never told anyone about. Every night I stayed up wondering if I was good enough. And every morning I convinced myself that I was. All from the corner of my room, how could you leave me today of all days? But all I heard was silence. But this time, the silence isn't the same as that first night. You are no longer in a city you do not recognize anymore. You are standing at the end of 4 years, surrounded by everything you've built, everything you've worked hard for, everyone you've met, sitting in this very convocation hall, ready to graduate as the class of 2026. The silence this time is not absence. That noise, it's just a fan. It was always a fan. You do not need it anymore. If there's anything I've learned about my life fitting in my car, it's that you cannot fit what matters in a box. No matter what you take with you, it is always the people that you leave behind that you will carry the furthest. This is what this program gave us. Not just a degree, but a reason to keep coming back term after term, no matter where we were. Let me be clear. This is not the next big chapter of your life. You've already been building that in the last few years. Don't be afraid. Full-time is just a never-ending co-op. How bad can that possibly be? Guys, you have filled the silence with noise, and tomorrow is just another Friday. But let's not act like we did it alone. Let's take a moment to give a huge, massive round of applause to the professors and faculty that helped make us the professionals we are today. And another round of applause to all of our friends who made these last couple years so special. Harshal, Sajid, Megan, Rachel, Nia, Abisha, Arushi, and Hamiz. There are so many more names that I missed. Just know that I love you all. Shout out to Alex, Raphael, and Sammy. And finally, the biggest round of applause to our families who have been so supportive over the years. Mama, if it wasn't for the love and support you've given me every day, I would never be here. And Baba, I hope you know how much I look up to you. If I can be even the fraction of the man you are today, I would have achieved everything. And of course, I can't stand up here as a Palestinian and not honor the students in Palestine who managed to graduate this year despite the ongoing war. I can't imagine what it's like to be that strong. So to conclude, class of 2026, to those finishing their masters in just a couple weeks, to those starting off their full-time career with a final goal in mind, and for those who still have no idea what you're going to do, as you pack up for the very last time, please ask yourself, what are you truly leaving behind? Don't think about it too deeply. It might just be in the corner of your room. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Keep it going for him. That was a great speech. That's one of my favorites. For sure. My name is Lucas Ferfaro, and I have the pleasure to read everyone's name as they cross this stage. Before I do that, I'd like to share a few brief housekeeping notes just to keep this ceremony running smoothly. To our guests, we kindly ask that you remain in your seats as all the graduates cross the stage. We have professional photographers over there taking pictures of everyone at every step of the way, and you guys will get those proofs in the mail, and there's ample opportunity for you guys to take pictures after in the celebration that follows. To our graduates, this is your moment. Strut your stuff, have some fun, you know? This is your moment. You guys have worked so hard to get here. Please enjoy it. We will begin with the conferral of doctoral degrees, one at a time, followed by our masters, three at a time. Finally, our bachelor graduates, one at a time. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. It's my pleasure to present the graduating class for the Faculty of Arts. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Pei Wang. Dr. Jonathan Wren. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Accounting. Miyang Koli. Sophia Bettina Wang. Hannah Hao Chen Wei. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Taxation. Ho Chun Chang. Tracy Shin Yen He. Jia-Jin Lee. Hingyu Lin. Sina Nahid. Chen Wang. Hui Yu Wu. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Accounting and Financial Management Honors Cooperative Program. Rochelle Kyle Anoden Abanag. Rochelle Kyle Anoden Abanag. Ian Abat. Alize Abid. Michael Olufemi Adegunduro. Sahord Aluwalia. Hamza Ahmad. Anirudh Ayar. Joshua Paul Nyako Ekwamoa. Morgan Sidney Alderson. Sanjana Laxmi Anisetti. Delaney Grace Armstrong. Pratham Arya. Arjun Amit Athalye. Ingrid Elizabeth Au. Sammy Budge. Logan Connor Buck. Suman Beck. Blake William Badger. Kareem Hisham Banassi. Rubal Preet Singh Bains. Vatsali Bajaj. Manshur Singh Bajwa. Piranavin Balamurali. Rajdeep Singh Basi. Viviana Renee Basurto. Marina Korbawa. Alexander Belakurov. Nerva Bardwada. Austin Bijou. Gurkaran Korbindra. Nicholas William Robert Bonert. Garit Brar. Michael Bernard Burnside Shabbat. Benjamin William Baez. Lauren Joanne Catanacci. Darren Chan. Ethan Jerome Chan. Anant Chandrasekhar. Tanoy Chatterjee. Kunjwecha. Sunjot Singh Chima. Huibang Chen. Jiahao Chen. Tiffany Chen. Shibo Chen. Yanrong Chen. Eric Chen Zhang. Chloe Cheng. Jingwen Cheng. Jenny Chung. Jason Jaehyun Cho. Raj Prashant Chokshi. Xander Magnus Chong. Yashika Chaudhry. Oscar Chung Yen Chow. Rida Chaudhry. Nicole Vincent Chandamala. Raven Phoenix Chimini. Evan Costello. Elijah Nicholas Couture. Leo Sway. Meet Rajesh Davda. Jameel Dean. Sasha Danette. Sia Damija. Daniela Marion Dejamga Ngango. Anue Yandong. Claire Du. Rashalina Durera Jasingam. Raphael Joseph Chang. Nayeli Caitlin Avenido Dai. Sarah El Haj. Fareha Faisal. Ansh Kumar Farma. Nathan Farquharson. Dominic Fisher de Silva. David Shu Dong Fong. Jeevan Ganesh. Shu Gao. Kushi Garg. Martina Gasparo. Arushi Sanjeev Gaur. Arnav Singh Guman. Gurjot Singh Gill. Gurkamal Kaur Gill. Sashchik Jahanamurthy. Ronis Goel. Matthew Jared Grant. Addie Grover. Rohan Grover. Sean Grubb. Aria Mongolaria. Josephine Ji Guo. Mahmoud Haloum. Tabarak Hamid. James Anthony Hamilton. Charles Hao Han. Jessica Han. Kawaja Hamiz Haroon. Insha Rabab Hassan. Ivan Hupp. Misha Hines. Bonita Ho. Perla Ho. Faraz Hussain. Jiaqi Max Hu. Song Tao Hu. Angela Hu. Anne Lei Hua. Christopher Jia Yi Hua. Jie Cheng Huang. Yu Jing Huang. Yo Yo Yu Yao Huang. Diego Alonso Warwa Rojas. Sayed Zain Hussein. Jawad Hussein. Michael Matthew Inayadugbo. Osama Salim Iqbal. Ahmed Ershad. Kritika Parvati Jahan. Akshayan Jivagan. Sajan Jagananthan. Regine Joyce Jorda. Aniket Joshi. And Noha Kanaguraban. Cameron Cow. Kailash Kamal Kapadia. Hirsch Kapoor. Simran Kaira. Arjun Singh Khalsa. Fardeen Khan. Sonika Kandalwal. Alim Pyarali Koja. Jacob Kim. Katie Lee Kopi. Manu Krishna. Unor Daniel Christoph. Benjamin Leo Krivitz. Harshil Raj Kumar. Kimberly Angie Kwok. Ji Ye Kwan. Hanson Lam. Darren Patrick Lang. Manish Michael Arroyo. Tyler Lau. Karan Singh Layal. Issa Joy Lee. Cody Andrew Lung. Janie Naman Lung. Nicholas Matthew Lewandowski. Avery Lee. Jennifer Lee. Jennifer Lee. Jian Lee. Winnie Lee. Ying Li. Ishwan Li. Yunza Li. Xiang Li. Olivia Xian Long. Ada Yu Yang Liu. Alina Liu. Emily Liu. Stephen Hung Jen Liu. Olivia Liu. Amy Yue Liu. Yen Liu. Michelle Lowe. Anika Ruth Lobo. Cicely Liu. Xinyi Luo. Jacob Macaroon. Nikola Markovich. Spencer Logan Marler. Kyle Edward Mason. Ian Ron McInerney. Adriana Victoria Medeiros. Katerina Miovcic. Aman Dinker Mistry. Emily Moe. Hitvi Hiren Modi. Ivan Mock. Marco Bruno Moriello. Juliana Mucci. Tanya Muralitaran. Amelia Page Chu Navarro. Mitchell Cameron Ng. Tung Quan Nguyen. Amin Yaz. Christina Ling Wei Nye. Alex Ola. Isaiah Liva. Michael Orsini. Kevin Nathan Osa. Harman Pabla. Joel Darrell Palmer. Nihal Pama. Meru Pan. Dristi Palak Patel. Himadri Chaitanya Patel. Kia Patel. Krish Patel. Vendita Patak. Mohammed Mustafa. Luca Matej Pavlishan. Catherine Peng. Brittany Pham. Danny Pham. Edmund Shinrong Pham. Karan Pradeep. Owen Daniel Preston. Ashley Pulikil. Eliana Kristen Puyat. Vivian Chu. Mary Mureku. Kahir Rahimtullah. Nia Patal Ramcharitar. Praveet Nawam Ranasingh. Nihar Raval. Ali Mehdi Ravjani. Owen Daniel Reynolds. Chloe Diana Rinaldi. Jamel Rodell. Maureen John Saad. Hasni Kumar Singh Sacha. Harleen Kaur Sahi. Sumita Kaur Umasani. Shania Elizabeth Sajan. Ilsha Shafuk Sajwani. Sandeep Samarabendu. Megan Tisha Sanctus. Tim Sankey. Carissa Brianne Shoup. Alex Seelman. Anshal Segal. Aisha Sakan. Rishona Devita Seraphim. Eka Singh Sethi. Murad R.J. Shaban. Advait Shah. Zeel Shah. Shamir Shahab. Kushi Sharma. Param Sharma. Rhythm Sharma. Shri Sharma. Sajid Azhar Sheikh. Chen Shi Shen. Sean Shergill. Yutong Shi. Pranav Shireen. Emma Jacqueline Shu. Huen Shu. Nabia Irfan Sadat. Hazim Amjad Siddiqui. Iman Sikander. Dewani Sika. Caitlin Samoe Bolo. Charanjot Singh. Jonathan Anthony Singh. Rahil Singh. Nitan Siva. Kavya Sivalinganathan. Mithun Sivananthan. Dushant Sivapalin. Kavin Sivatharan. Samir Soni. Punvani Sriharan. Sean Sriharan. Nagachandra Shekhar Srinivasan. Christian Satiris. Callum David Stevenson. Oliver Su. Jing Sun. Abhisha Sutaharan. Subikshan Sutakar. Ispa Sayed. Kwang Ta. Tina Tan. Garija Tayalin. Abir Tayani. Mahisa Devaraja. Demir Lourdes Tirach Selvam. Jaden Ting. Ryan Alex Tom. Xavier Alexander Tony. Vani Vanyi Tran. Jagriti Tripathi. Ethan Trong. Fatima Noor Umar. Aman Ahmed Usmani. Angelica Vetiswaran. Fabio Coppola Vandenhever. Give me a sec. I'll say your name. Don't worry. I just need some water. I'm not forgetting about you. Nicholas Anthony Verasso. Taylor Vaughn. Ishan Verma. Emily Verrett. Nolan Jun Sheng Vong. Marina Wai. Annie Wong. Bo Yang Wang. Hung Yen Wang. Chianer Wang. Sandra Wang. Wenqi Wang. Xinyi Wang. Yiran Wang. Rachel Elise Ward. Yelona Ava Warda. Winona Wei. Riyani Welidania. Vivian Ji Qingwen. Stratton Windsor. Long Yi Agnes Wang. Nicole Wang. Chuk-Ki Phoebe Wu. Jiliang Wu. Kylie Wu. Gordon Xie. Emma Wanyu Xie. Chu Yao Shui. David J. Wen Yang. Kevin Yang. Siwei Yang. Catherine Ye. Jennifer Yu. John Elijah Young. Faiza Zaidi. Daria Zakharova. Chen-Chi Zhang. Jia Yu Zhang. Leo Zhang. Nolan Zhang. Serena Zhang. Wanqing Zhang. Florence Zhao. Tiffany Zhao. Johnny Zen. Xingyuan Xia. Siyu Zheng. Xibei Zhua. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Sustainability and Financial Management Honors Cooperative Program. Shreya Berry. Dia Susan Epin. Ethan Alexander Fraser. Vincent Guo. Maya Nelcha Hoyer. Colette Yuchen Zhang. Kamal Sunil Mehta. Lucas Brian Ray Hall. Jason Singh Sidhu. Claire Yee. This is a big crowd. You got a big job right now. Let's see how much noise you guys can make for these guys. Congratulations to all the graduates in the Faculty of Arts.
Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in abstention. Congratulations.
Thank you. So, one more congratulations to our graduates and new alumni. My heartfelt congratulations on this accomplishment. I also want to congratulate the Canadian soccer team, who's leading 5-0. And apologies to anyone from Qatar. So. Thank you to all of the family and friends who've gathered here today to join our graduates in this celebration and for supporting them during their academic journey. And to our new graduates, thank you. You now join our global community of more than 260,000 alumni around the globe, helping our institution stay connected to the world around us. Over the years, I've had the privilege of meeting many alumni across life stages, starting with those newly minted at Convocation. I'm always inspired by their big, bold plans for life after university and seeing their accomplishments as they move through life. Waterloo graduates are known for integrating knowledge and innovation across disciplines. They are known for their courage, creativity, and resilience. Above all, they are known for approaching challenges in unique ways and uncovering impactful solutions. At Waterloo, we think differently, act with purpose, and work together to make the world a better place. Take the knowledge and inspiration that you have acquired here at Waterloo, as many before you have, and make a difference in the world. As you have benefited from attending Waterloo, this institution has benefited from having you as a part of our community. This convocation also marks my final one as president. Like many of you, we started at this institution coming out of the pandemic. It has been an immense privilege to work together with every member of this community as we moved through challenging times. While your next chapters will take you to many places, I hope you, as I will, remain connected to this extraordinary university and to one another. I wish you all the best in the future. And now, it's my pleasure to welcome back my Ingen Henry, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, to provide the closing.
I was thinking as you were walking across the stage, there's a word in our language, the Ojibwe language, it says ani, and that's how we greet people. We sometimes shake their hands or we greet people for the first time. But I asked an elder what that really meant, and the elder said that it really means I can see your light. I can see the shine around you. I can see things around you that's so amazing. And sitting on the stage, watching you cross the stage today, I can see your light. I can see you smile. I can see your family smile. I can see how happy you were after all the work you put in to make this day happen. And it was an honor to watch you cross the stage with all that happiness that you have. It was just amazing. You know, the Indigenous community had always honored, on special occasions, days like this. But we kind of did it in a different way. How you're sitting in your rows right now, that's kind of how we've learned to do it. But in our communities, we would have a big circle. In that circle, we could see each other. We'd be facing each other. Even if we didn't know them, we could still see their faces. And that circle was meant to hold within it something very special. We'd have a fire to keep you warm. We'd have drinks so that you can have a drink when you need a drink. But you would also be in that circle with friends that you got to know on your educational journey. Maybe there were times when you were stressed out and you weren't able to complete it and somebody helped you along. Or maybe you thought about giving up at some point and deciding not to do it, but somebody helped you along. They're in your circle forever. They'll always be with you to help you through things. And we want to give thanks to them because having them in your circle is such an important part of who you are. And then all your community members all come in. And then the two elders, like we always think about our elders because they lived on this earth for a long time. They have knowledge, they can give experience to you. And what they do is they come into the circle and they look at all of you today. They say, I know what you've gone through, and I've seen the hard work you put into your education. So they have a request for you. They asked, now that you've become a professional at your skill level, what are you going to do with that? And they have a suggestion for you. They said, let's look at the water, the land, the air, the trees, the clouds, everything that we have in our existence, and put some emphasis toward making that better. Because if we wreck the earth that we live on today, who's to pay? It's going to be your children, your grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and those beyond. So let's work together to make this planet a better place for all of us, so your future generations can have that beautifulness that you had in this lifetime. But we also want to thank some very special spirits. Maybe while you're at school, you lost a family member, a loved one, somebody who was very close to you. And maybe that was a big challenge for you. But let's give thanks to them because they added something to your life. They gave you inspiration, and they still do today. If you look at the sunshine and the beautiful wind on a hot day, it's almost like those beautiful people are coming to give you love and strength to do the things you need to do in life. So let's think about those ancestors today, that they were in your life and now they're still giving you inspiration. So that's so beautiful, but the final thing that the elders would talk about in the circle is a word that we don't use enough. I heard it a couple times today, and I'm so glad to hear it. And I've seen people shape their hands with the heart because it really means I love you. In our language, we say Zagidwin, and that means I love you. And the University of Waterloo loves you all, loves you all. Miigwech, everybody, for a beautiful ceremony together. Well, have a great evening.
Thank you again, Elder Henry. We love you. We are grateful for your contributions and those of the Cedar Hill singers to today's ceremony. Now, I do want to remind everyone that these contributions are certainly a very important reminder of the work that's underway and the work that still needs to be done in recognizing all of the historical and ongoing wrongs perpetrated against Indigenous peoples and the legacy of colonialism still in place today. Okay, we are right at about that time, and I want to do one thing that I recommended all of you do. President Goel and Dean and Elder Henry, I want a selfie with all of you. How's that? Okay, make some noise. Hey. Okay. Congratulations, graduates. It is my privilege to officially adjourn Convocation. Please rise if you're able.